Another fine day, another wonderful day, another beautiful day. And we get together to have conversations. We get together to have conversations. Uh conversations that can help us grow, conversations that can move us from one place to another. We get together to just talk about things in our community, talk about things that can actually lead us to where we want to see our community. It's the start of something new. I'm gonna introduce, bring in someone, um, and then we'll continue for talk. This talk. A sister, a friend, been admiring her from a distance. And the admire which way they do now, not knowing she has done a lot. She's done a whole lot back then, and she still continues to invest in our community. I'll bring my sister in when I bring it in when I know how to do. I beg one year when I celebrate and celebrate and celebrate. Welcome, welcome, boss.
Toridey.
Toridey, boss.
Why you call Oman say boss? My first question I ever ask
I
you.
need to call Oman say boss. I call you
Oh,
boss.
okay. I feel so special. Mm, 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 mm,
Uh,
mm.
okay. Welcome to the
Toridey,
show. Yep.
thank you. Thank you so much. You say you don't admire me from a distance. I only admire you from a distance. So I'll tell you about this admiration when we get into the show a little bit better.
Mhm.
So thank you so much for giving this space for us to do this. This is very important, extremely important. There's power in collaboration. There's power in working together. There's power in doing things together. No man not done by himself. The top of pigeon say, one hand not the tie bundle.
Very
So
true.
this is going to be great. I am very, very excited. Very excited.
Makes yourself extremely excited because I know it's not going to be a learning experience for me. As in, I'll learn things, especially on the topics that we'll discuss.
Hmm.
But you get great, you get a very vast background on journalism and the media and all of that. So I'd expect for when Mina you start talk about this, and then what did you say? You use some na media journalism word to you send me other than with you, and I will ask you don't send me a rundown of thing, and I'm like to really not different here with this now.
I said editorial.
Okay, editorial. Now the word that we use, I'm like, okay, what is it supposed to mean? And then you send me now like, me I'll call as a program. I mean,
Yes.
so organized and everything. And even when you just imagine say we lost our conversation, but then
Hmm.
because we get down from some side,
Hmm.
you just go pull them, and that is what professionalism is all about. Now the importance of for professionalism.
Yeah. So yes, you're right. Professionalism is what I do. My background are for journalism and mass communication. So I be graduate from University of Boya, and I
Mm-hmm.
practice broadcasting for Ocean City Radio in Limbe. So if you were in Limbe
Mm-hmm.
in the early 2000s, Ocean City Radio, I did sports, I did news, I did a show in French with one of a francophone brother, I call him Cousin Bernard. I also
Mm-hmm.
did a talk show. I did live sports reporting from Limbe Municipal Stadium a lot. But all this because I
Mm-hmm.
get a wonderful producer. I don't know if you forget this boy. He was the best. I mean, I get to learn about football from this person. And
Mm-hmm.
God bless late Mr. Moore for Limbe. He was always giving me information about
Mm-hmm.
sports. So my background in journalism gave me a lot of knowledge to handle talks like this. So that's why, when we talk about this collaboration, I say, okay, I send you editorial information.
You did laugh me.
I know you know say what be worry ahead. You not talk
Man,
nothing till now.
I'm not talking nothing. What I usually do is I just hear the word. If now
Yeah.
first time I hear the word or I don't hear the word, I never ever bother. I just either Google. Thank God
Ah.
say Google day nowadays. Back in the days, I be get friend they be call their small dictionary over their pocket. Nowadays, we get Google. So once, but I don't be bother for do that because
Yeah.
okay, I be do something and I still should be say okay, you send me editorial. I just say you know what, Sakojo with me they send and fair before you.
Oh, that's
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, so today is the start of something beautiful. Tell them about which would you try to do.
So today is a birth of a collaboration between my show called Talk to Me Africa and yours
Mm,
called Toridey. I really
mhm,
love it because I was thinking, I'm like, oh my God, Toridey, yes, Talk to Me Africa because
mhm,
Toridey.
mhm,
So we'll get for collaborate for talk about our community. I love your when I watch you, I see you have a community idea and you pick and choose what you talk about. But certain things that we do, I do the same. I pick and choose, I talk about, and people I invite on my show. But
mhm,
certain things need to be brought to the limelight. You know, if you
mhm,
be listening for Cameroon calling, for example, on Sunday, so Cameroon, that's where I got the idea from. We had that
mhm,
at the Ocean City Radio as well, where at the end of the week, you say, okay, what's happen for this week, where it not be really be talked about in detail. You know, might say
mhm,
landslide for Boya happen, the
mhm,
report, and they will not go into Cartier for talk for people and say, wait to happen, how will I be feeling and all that. So that's
mhm,
what I was like, okay, if you want collaborate, we'll talk about something, you know, in depth where they affect we community. We'll pick a couple of things and talk about it. But if you remember, I've been not approach you since I think 2019. You put something
since
for
that
Facebook.
time.
Yes, 2019, you put something for Facebook about Kumba. Some person for Kumba, Bamileke might be help you for something. So
Mhm,
Bamileke person be help you a lot. So if you feel like people they question why you only get for help your country person, I was touched. So I reach
mhm,
out to you. I say, hey bros, we get for talk. This is because I was already doing my talk show at the time, but I wasn't
mhm.
doing it live on Facebook. So I wasn't
Okay.
on Facebook a lot. You know, I be
Mhm,
just a record, yeah, for Vosa World Radio and then put them on YouTube. So I be at Kota, I say, oh, if we talk, you say yes. That's when I got your number since then. So we'll be exchange number, but I never got to talk with you on
mhm.
that topic. And then when we you again came to me this time around, you know, a few days ago, say Moto, I'm like, you know what, the universe always makes it work for you.
Yep.
When you get that intention to do something and you put it ahead with in good spirits, I tell you,
Mhm.
it comes back to you. So
That's
when you
true.
approached me, I was not surprised. I was like, you know what, this has been in the works forever. So I just got
Mhm.
the time to make
Yeah.
it materialize. So I really see, say, we will do great on this platform. Toridey and Talk to Me Africa collaboration. We need that. We do really need that for
Okay.
community.
More do introduction before we jump into any other thing. I don't know. You want to start to me or you? Tumbo boss Kalabatika Bebe boss. Let's start with you.
All right, I'll take it. So first
Yeah.
of all, I'm going to introduce myself. So my papa didn't born me, and my mommy then give me the name say Mabel Etuge, but I go on Facebook as Mabel Chocolate because my family calls me Mabel, even though they spell out without with one L. And till today, when people call me Mabel, I'm not used to. My family call me Mabel, so I like that. So I went on Facebook and used Mabel Chocolate because I had a dream of having
Mhm.
owning a chocolate business, which I did of a very short time, a long
Mhm.
time ago. But COVID came and messed it up. So I still get that desire because I grew up in a family where cocoa being at the main source of my grandparents their income, and so I
Mhm.
understand how cocoa be grown, you know, from the beginning to the end. My mother and my father, you know, Bakosi Oroko will grow inside plantation for cocoa and plantain and other stuff. Them, so
Mhm.
I get that dream for get chocolate to the next level because when holiday don't come, we go for holiday for Cameroon. For
Mhm.
village, you see cocoa, you see how they harvest them, walk harvest them, dry them, but
Yeah.
those people they don't get to taste that chocolate, the final product, you know.
Yeah.
So when I came to America, I'm like, oh my God, there is so many variety of chocolate. But
Chocolate.
people, each time I go to a store, I ask, even these chocolate specialized stores, I ask them, I say, where's your beans from? They don't know. Do you know how to make it? They don't know. So
No.
I'm like, okay, let me bring a different version of how to, you know, bring that product to the people. So I said, okay,
Mhm.
Mabel Chocolate, the name of my chocolate. I actually sold it
Mhm.
for like a couple of years before
Wow.
COVID, and then, you know, the business stopped. So that's how I add the name chocolate to my name. People may say, why they call my baby chocolate? It's a business name.
Me, I genuinely say because not dark on a brown.
And I only eat dark chocolate. That too is a factor. So I was always selling dark
Mhm.
chocolate.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the history behind my name. Um and so when I do this on Facebook, I still keep the name, but I don't know what tomorrow might bring. As the universe has worked and brought you and I together,
Yeah.
this collaboration, it might also, you know, work in the future. So that's who I am as a person. Now,
Mhm.
as a talk show host, I'll tell you after you tell people them who you be. I be Kumba Pikin, so talk your own.
Tukuma picking them all. You know.
I don't cast Kumba 7 years. 7 years
And
cast Kumba.
yep, and like you talk, that's why I think it was so easy for us to connect because have you seen that the one thing that Kumbagi we all we need look town, we need look city, we need look tribe, we need look color, nothing.
Kumba.
We are only looking on how we can collaborate with others and then grow. Mosinana Sako, Oroko Stroke by 4, Kumba Pikin, um, was born a footballer, played football, reached on level, uh, leave, no, go school while they play ball and then drop out of school, play football,
Mm-hmm.
leave football, go back for school,
Mm-hmm.
come back, come start play football again, and then one point in time, master, Lord, you come, I just say, you know what, do football till you know for streaming, I just cut out.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's I'm into photography and videography now. Most people they actually wonder when they see me on media, especially doing what I'm doing videos and talking, and they're like, what's how you come out with this? You stay if you talk, you stay you address issues, you stay. I'm like, I don't really know, but I know one thing for sure. Growing up, I had passion for media
Mm,
because I've been always been a person way education like CRTV, why our own quality for images in this one.
mm-hmm.
When probably I be ever give a read speech for that end of year, I always want to watch them. And
Mm-hmm.
then the few times I've got opportunity to watch other presidents of other countries, they read speech, they be use teleprompter. Me, I be no. Me, I be like, why
Mm.
probably I look for
When
that
he head
look.
for down, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even if he get sense, or the other president, they just talk. I don't know. Say that president, they look
They
they
use
use
teleprompter, yeah.
teleprompter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, media don't always be my thing. Cameras, so my more of cameras always be my thing. One point in time, I be the play for my own level. I be the play where it no be bad, but then I looked and no, I think I'll go for talk other one now when we'll talk about how I got into talk
How
show
you got
or
into this?
media.
Yes, that
Yeah,
that's
so
great. So I
that
see
is
you
just
more
me,
like
Mosina Ikondo, Nasako Oroko Bafo.
beautiful. Yeah. So I
Very,
saw a person
very.
with a bit more of the background, like you
Mhm.
like to do the background,
Yep.
under the cameras, and I like that. So it's tough. I studied broadcasting in Cameroon, and we do a lot of courses on photography, broadcasting, production, and all that. I get friends who no one catch cameras. You should know for this, they won't do it.
Yep.
So people have different, better be the sound person, better be
Hmm.
the person. Me, I'll be always like, I'm for front there. Okay, if you get anything,
Yep.
I wanted to talk. So I remember back in the day before I went to UB, watching, oh my hustle recipes and
I
some
did not even
wine.
I did not even talk about that. And other people that really like them, Nadine Patricia, I used to admire other people them.
Yeah,
Also, when I because I go UB,
yeah.
entire brand go UB. I remember I say I be actually want to do na journalism.
Mm,
But you know how come? Yeah, I want to do na for some reason I just want to do me na journalism. But you know how come
mm,
one day my other
mm.
sister was like, no, you need for do na law. So when time for guy concours reach, you'll get advantage and this and that. That was how I actually did. You know how they be asking you three choices. I did
Yeah, yeah.
law, and then journalism.
Mm,
No, I did law and then journalism. They take me
mm.
now for law. So, yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have been inspired by Anne Sanquine,
Hmm.
and I always remember watching her, and I always dream about, being there and talking to her. But that's where we are. Yeah, let's go.
Hmm.
Well, so for continue, I acknowledge those who are online. Thank you so much, Edith, for watching. Thank you, Sonjo Chris, for watching. Thank you. Yeah, God's time
I
is
think we
really
should have
limited.
Sonju Chris on to read on this show. You know
Okay,
her?
I do not know Sonjo Chris. No,
She's a wonderful woman doing wonderful things in the
I'd love to
community.
meet you,
Like I
Sonjo.
actually
Sonjo
see
Clarice.
comments now. I feel saying that you bring it, but
No,
this is
Sonjo
really
Clarice. Yeah,
beautiful.
God's time is the best.
Yeah,
Yeah. Adeline
yeah.
Ferrin from Cameroon. That's my PP. A
Wow.
personal person.
Okay. So Sonju Clarice, if you did listen, I beg, start ready. We'll need to invite you for here Sunday to
Okay.
talk about especially which we do you did one. Go ahead,
That would
boss.
be great. That would be great. All right. So now into why I started this, which you talk about yours in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it was easy for me because my background of communication and broadcasting, I've done this before, but
Mm-hmm.
I had not been doing this online, on the social media until
Mm-hmm.
several years back, somebody contacted me and said, hey, there's a Cameroonian who has opened an online radio and they need material. So I said I should get to you because I've been doing a lot of emceeing for Minnesota already, when I could talk on the microphone and stuff. I said, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. So I just, okay, let me do something. I mean, I always wanted to. I was like, okay, let me create a show and go on Facebook and do it. But I know we get that push for start doing. So
Mm-hmm.
when I got that call from those people, I said, okay, I'll do it. So I created a talk show called Talk to Me Africa, which
Mm-hmm.
my, idea was to talk about African things. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that's how I started doing this here. But again, it's
Wow.
not a surprising thing to me because I mean, broadcasting is my first professional love. I always love to do it anytime, any day. So that's why I start Talk to Me Africa. What about you,
Ah,
Toridey? Interesting
Toridey,
day. We really day.
yeah, Toridey for me started when, like I said, I was I would go school, be the playboy, super talented, extremely smart, also the 19 average, 20 average kind of guy when I was really young. But come up with that kind of family. I don't even know if I don't want to use the word irresponsible, but things were just rough.
Yeah.
No be rough now because you not get person for family if he sponsor you, but you know how it's just funny. But I realized I dropped out of school around from 3, and then I focus on play football. Now I think at the time that I tell you I still that family came out, you know me for north side. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So at that point in time I was super talented with the guy be believe more say if NASA co play ball, he could still be like I think I had that conversation with him one time. He said, no worry ahead, you play ball so you become some person for the world.
Mm-hmm.
So the focus between a football, Banjo helped me playing a football. I played for some time and then stopped. Stopped because I became my elder sister. That woman is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
We it no matter how be the playboy, no matter how people be shout my name, no matter how people be praise me, and be believe in me, he be always tell me, say, you are extremely smart. Any day where you decide for go back for school, go right O level, no say you pass. Imagine I drop out of school for Form 3.
Yeah.
Baby tell me, say, any day where you decide for go back for school, you go back for Form 5, you write O level, you will pass. He say any time where you decide. I dropped out of school, I stayed home for like 5, 6 years.
For
And
real?
then yeah. And then so one day I just woke up called my elder sister. Say, remember, she be don't tell me, say, he say, yeah. I said, I want to go back for school. I want to write my O level and my advanced level. He said, come on. Fortunately, be dey sang minima. It be the work for sang minima. It be teach for sang minima. So I go now for day. Write my O level that first year, pass. Write advanced level. The next year was lower seat, pass, and then come back and enroll for UB. So when I did UB now, I start play ball again, man. I play for university team. So
Mm-hmm.
team for Douala from Western region, but they be still for Douala. They see me. They actually buy me. I use the word buy. Let's have it then some
Yeah.
big player.
For your level, yes.
Yeah, so they buy me and then I start play with them. I remember Sunday, the day the birth of Toridey actually happened. We will go Garoua, will play against Cotton Sport.
Mm-hmm.
After that game, we lost the game and then I did for my hotel room. All my friends, you know that night, all man don't come up because we go sleep and then
Right.
travel at the next day. All
Mm-hmm.
man don't come on, go joke, I don't go enjoy. I don't club. I think my whole life I don't go club if I play like 3 or 4 times. So I just did for my room and then I did think about myself. I go school, drop out of school, stay home for 6 years, go back for school, just pass my O and my advanced level. Now me this I did UB, I dey play for the school team, I dey play first division, where now one of the biggest level of football for Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I dey think about my other friends, the way they be really be super talented. But they never had this chance. They need play at my level. They no go school. Most of them they don't drop out too. And then even the one day they be the play, but they no sit for the level. So I start asking myself, like, wait be the two with me I get them. Because I don't
Mm-hmm.
believe in I only say you just smart. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? There must be something with me I get them, or with me I know them, where most of them my friends they don't know them. Now it
Mm-hmm.
make me I if you go back for school, write my O and my advanced level pass. And then
Mm-hmm.
also um come back start play ball and I dey play now for the highest level. So after I realized it was more about information. I was opportune for get person be tell me say any day we decide for go back for school,
Yeah.
also you write you pass the
Yeah.
information that and
Mm-hmm.
it be kind of like say, hey, if you don't ready, tell me you come for you and I start think I go for Samuel. I just go sit down for a very cool, quiet place.
Mm-hmm.
1 year, no distraction, pass my O level, come back, come a small holiday, go back, pass my advanced level. Um,
Wow.
and the same to football. Tawa come back because the people they be already feel know me Tawa one stop football because I stop football completely go back for school. So
Mm-hmm.
Tawa come back and play for UB. Everywhere was like, oh, Sako don't come, Sako, Sako, that's so the news spread. That's how I go play for Opopo, we go Interpol, we play Interpol, Union see me, the one sign me, and then Sab the two see me, sign me. So for me, it be just boiled down to
Sabe the
information.
Batier. That's the yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it be boiled down to information. I be always be opportune for get information and then I act on that information. So that day for Garoua, I be
Mm-hmm.
decide if I go do anything for help my community, I get for start a
Wow.
platform where it go bring people together, it go bring people from every other angle where we just can't sit down for day, we just discuss, we just get conversation the way. Some person if you watch and learn something, or some pikin if you can watch it, even after how many years, he learn a thing or two. So that was how I got into Toridey.
Mm. So the name Toridey. Why?
Um, yeah, so very good question, because
Yeah,
it need be start like to read it. It be
Mm-hmm.
start like pathfinders and founders. So
Okay.
pathfinders, now people they find their way, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
was doing
Mm-hmm.
interviewing, I'll meet up people, show them, ask them questions, and then
Mm-hmm.
back in the days, you never really get I never get equipment, I never get cameras, I never get anything, I never know anything about media.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just you talk with you, and then just finish that information from my head. And then do you guys say transcribe, right? So I'll just can
Yes,
write them.
transcribed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can write them down and then post them for social media, for Facebook, with the picture of me and you, or just your
Mm-hmm.
pictures, which is what they call blogging today.
Yep, it's
But back then,
blogging.
me, I didn't even know me saying that blogging. I just do a me. Like now my own way that would put out this information. So I will talk to pathfinders and founders. Founders now people they don't already arrive. I was
Yep.
fortunate back in the days to talk to people like Nyansako Ninko,
Mm-hmm.
Ndoki Mukete, and Abigail program to talk to Panjala. I
Mm-hmm.
had some, yeah. So I began to talk with pathfinders and people that they find their way, and path founders, people that don't found their way, and then take this information. But Tawaka America, for some reason, I just start feel like that pathfinders and founders, it's too westernized. I
Yeah.
needed something to identify me. I needed something that represented, that will be represent me, the way I dey think, the way I want to do my thing, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was how I got to Reedy. Now, I don't know if to read the na college George. I don't know if na any of that people they talk pigeon for radio. I don't know if na because sometimes based on certain thing it ring, and then it just remember for your subconscious.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
before you know you're using it, you know even pay attention. Say yeah, but I know somehow say to read it within that word, and
Mm-hmm.
I just like the to read that when
Toridey.
yeah. So I decided for America. Say you know what, change that thing to read it, and
Yeah, that's good.
that
I
was
like
how I
it.
yeah.
Did it. Okay, so next I want me to talk about what Toride is all about. I know it's community, but give her more in detail. For me, talk to me Africa.
Mm-hmm,
I wanted to identify myself as an African if I do broadcasting in
mm-hmm,
America.
mm-hmm.
When we come for America, whether you be journalist, you be teacher, you be nurse, you always want to do your profession,
Yeah.
right? And when you see how they do them for you, you're like, okay, I like it, but if I were in Cameroon, they'll do it this way. You know,
Mhm.
if somebody talk about, let's say, special needs children, which I've talked about on my show a lot,
Yeah.
give it to a Western platform, they'll talk about it and end. But when I talk
Mhm.
about it, I bring in taboo, I bring in our
Yeah.
cultures, I bring in why we think say if you born picking way, you get defect now because say your family never finish pay a bright price or you be cursed.
Yep.
So that
Yep.
was my idea of Talk to Me Africa. I can handle any topic. But before I
Mhm.
produce, I'm myself say, wait to be the African touch.
Yep.
How it resonates to me as an African. If I talk about
Africa.
AIDS, I'll talk about AIDS, but in that African community, wait you would think when person get AIDS, how would they even
Yep.
treat them?
Yep.
So that was my idea. That's what Talk to Me Africa is about. Anything we do, let's bring in that small African spice. And then to really make it African in a way that I felt fulfilled is I always give my guests an assignment. When you come to the show, bring an African proverb. Okay, you
Okay.
talk the proverb. I don't care which language I country, talk pidgin, French, anything, but try for explain to me
Yep.
mean. I tell you, when I do my radio show, the most calls I get because I also do a live radio show with on music called Afro Melodies.
Mhm.
The most shows I get is on African proverbs. What does this mean?
Mean.
You said this, you explained, but I don't understand. And even one of my listeners mailed me a book on African proverbs. Like I
Wow.
found this book online, and I think it will help you, which is great because
Yep.
again, I've been always there to find out where African proverb is. Sometimes it even exhausts your list, your brain. But
Yep.
that book, it cuts across the entire African continent with African proverb. It is just a wealth that I cannot give away. So again, talk to me Africa, any topic except politics. Can I talk about politics? Yes, I can. But I don't want
Mhm.
to delve into it because the policy you have to take sides. I don't take sides on anything. I have my
Mhm.
opinions about politics, but I don't want that platform to be about politics. I have had a Liberian talk about diplomacy because he is young, he is a diplomat, but it was more
Mhm.
about why he thinks Liberia should be that giant to represent Africa in diplomacy. It wasn't about
Mhm.
anything political in Liberia. So I can do that
Mhm.
light on politics. But again, it's about Africa. Talk to me, Africa. Anything is about Africa.
Yeah, I think similarly think I would think I like honestly. When I started to read it, I wanted to do like you said, proverbs also.
Hmm.
They call them opportunity parable. No,
Pineapple,
pineapple.
parable.
Yeah, I want to do one, but for some reason it just keep my mind. I remember I guess some of my friend extremely intelligent, extremely smart. So they will be there for some WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some reason, we just had to throw pineapple them. Yeah, and man,
Mm.
that day it was more than 1,000 pineapple.
Oh,
I
love
copied
them.
everything and I be the
Love
plants
them.
I go use them, but unfortunately I no ever do them.
Mm.
Now we don't remind me, maybe I'll start doing them.
You should.
Because
It's not exhausted. It is
yeah,
not exhausted.
it,
Somebody says that na you sabi say na pineapple. Yeah, na pineapple. And then somebody wait. Nakoko Saint Monel says that wow, I really love this show. My God, continue to bless you with more wisdom. Yes, I mean we cannot do this without you even being online
yep,
watching as
yep,
well.
yep.
That's like I think you should do it because again, you cannot exhaust African proverbs. You
That's
cannot.
true. That's
And
true.
they one of my guests talked about someone last time. I laughed so but it was really nice. He said, "Where now when we enter house we like the loss."
Yep,
I'm like, that one mean I say wait.
yep. That is deep.
Where when I want enter house, that time we like the
No,
loss.
no, like loss.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it
Eh,
is amazing.
and you know the beauty about this parable, then I say on a pineapple, then I say, um, now for the way wisdom hide plenty.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now for the way plenty wisdom hide. My mommy be used to say far we need yes go yek
I go,
bang.
yeah, oh Lord.
My grandma maybe used to say, one day your eyes go see your ears. It took me a
Mm-hmm.
long time to understand what it mean
Yeah, yeah,
until my
absolutely.
eyes start seeing my ears before I be like, oh, nothing. Oh God. So yeah, wait to be there the question.
So expand a little bit on what Toridey. You don't talk about them a
So
lot. You know how you
so
want to talk about
yeah,
founders and
yeah,
pathfinders,
yeah,
but today,
yeah.
what is it all about today?
So to reading about like I don't tell you information or share information, gather information, just build that place where people feel calm and poor, and then what community feel benefit from not only today but in the next many years. That is what Toride is all about. Now, Toride they talk about almost everything.
Yeah,
Sometimes I talk about relationships, sometimes I
yeah,
talk about, but one of
ex-
the things that what I try to do nowadays now we stay very positive. It no matter which
yes,
I try to talk, we will
absolutely.
make sure say I lean towards being very positive.
Yeah,
No come here for over criticize people, no come here
yeah,
for over point out the negative, only the negative thing they do. No
mm-hmm,
come here for if you they ready for talk about the flaws people then get on today, be
mm-hmm,
ready for talk plenty also about the positive things that they do and be
mm-hmm,
ready also to provide solution. Now with politics, I've had some politicians on the show.
mm-hmm,
I've had a Tapang Ivo, the controversial
mm-hmm,
Tapang Ivo. Man,
mm-hmm.
we almost fight that day for studio.
I will see that show.
Yeah,
I
and
don't get
then
requests of. I'm like, nope, sorry, this is
yeah,
not. I'm not gonna talk about
I don't
politics.
get Agbobala.
Mm-hmm.
When I had Nyasako Ninko. When you know it, right,
Yes,
Reverend.
Presbyterian Church. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you know he was a journalist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, he began
Mm-hmm.
background for journalism. So
Mm-hmm.
now one of the very first persons the way I be actually interview him, one of the very first persons I be making read my project. And
Mm-hmm.
he actually told me to go ahead and do what you can do, but make sure you stay positive, make sure you
Stay
don't take sides
positive. Yeah,
and all
that's
of that. So even politics, I don't have a problem discussing politics, but like you talk, I dey just fear now how destructive the conversation fit get
yeah.
because me sometimes I'm brutally honest.
Totally honest.
You
Yes.
understand? Yeah. And I cannot sit and most politicians they lie. So and
Mm-hmm.
if you should on so man they talk lie and then I just should on me
Mm-hmm.
quiet say, oh, go ahead
Yeah.
and lie to my people. No.
Right.
So now for
Right.
the women that they ever get, but yeah, to really they can talk about everything, but the
Yeah.
foundation for that conversation must be now we community and we get to be very
I
positive.
like that. You do community law. So what is the vision for Toridey? Where do you see it taking, your community to
Um I never say a better place.
a better place?
When I wrote down because before I started, when I had that epiphany,
Mm-hmm.
actually she done down and write a project. I do
Mm-hmm.
research, like I ask my what you get for so some person tell me say, oh, you get if you really get the idea, you get for put them down for paper
Yep.
and so I
Absolutely.
sat down and I wrote down a project. I wrote down everything I needed to do, and I wrote down where I wanted to be. Like I told you, growing up, I didn't really like the way CRTV, especially after might say early 2000s we
Mm-hmm.
will start getting international TV channel then for Cameroon, Canal Horizon, and all these
Mm-hmm.
TV channels. I did not like the way CRTV were doing things. So um For some reason, they'll be there for the back of my mind. See, someday if I get opportunity, if I get a chance, I get to do better. So when I be
Differently.
decide, yeah, when I be decide for getting to this project, I will write down the things I want to do,
That's
where
good.
I want to be,
Mm-hmm.
and funny enough, one of my goal they be doing na for do things better than CRTV.
That was your yardstick.
Yeah,
I
I
go
was like,
pass
I
for
need to
that.
do better than. So I actually wrote down someday we'll have a TV station, someday we'll have
Mm,
radio. Back then, podcast was not popular. Talk shows were there, but they were not really huge.
yeah.
But I wrote down all of these things. I needed to have magazine. I need to,
A
and
whole
all.
media. That's a whole media
Yep,
creation.
the whole media.
I see you have to read him.
Yeah, but then I don't even know, no nothing, no even know anything about camera, nothing. So after I do all that thing, I make budget. It was in the millions.
Yeah.
I asked myself now that last question, see how you do. I said, okay, me say if I know fee pay people to do them, I go for
Mm-hmm.
learn how to do them myself.
That's great.
So yeah, the goal now for now so now to create one of the biggest media platform for Africa.
I love
And
it.
the reason that because until Africa get media where if you compete with media
Mm-hmm.
from every other continent, especially
Mm-hmm.
from the West, we no go
Mm-hmm.
ever get the value, we no ever get the respect we deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
different people continue to tell our
Mm-hmm.
stories, and when
Yeah.
somebody tell your story, they always twist on their own way.
Yeah, it's
If
not
you want
right.
twist
Yeah,
them, yeah.
yeah. The media has power. That's why it's called, the Third
Hmm.
Reich. It has a lot of power. The third, whatever it is, it's very powerful. For me, the vision for Talk to Me Africa, is to make sure that people get to learn something about Africa. I don't
Hmm.
care what the topic is. If I'm talking to you about poverty, which also exists in this country where we are, and then I bring in my African perspective, you get for no say the poverty that we face in Africa is not what you face here.
Yeah,
Because in Africa, $1 a day, some teacher for university say, Papa and beans, I don't flop, are they okay?
are they
Okay,
okay?
first, yeah, I'm fine. So my poverty, if I talk about my poverty here, you'll be surprised. Like when I do my radio show on Afro Melodies, I talk a
Hmm.
lot about myself growing up, and talk about
Hmm.
uncles who were polygamous, how people talk about sister wives here is not the same relationship. And
Yeah,
trust me, people who call me and say, really? I talk
yeah,
about Christmas when all you want are new clothes, and a
yeah,
chop. It wasn't like new car or some big things. You
yeah,
were just so happy if you go for neighbor
yeah.
house, get new chop.
Hi,
I mean, I tell you,
my sister, food for fowl. Food for fowl. I be we be wait from jail as you finish chop for first, second, you digest all by third. You start to wait the next December again.
yes, you go don't keep your popcorn say tomorrow morning time, Boxing Day, you get it for chop.
See,
That's the excitement. But I'll compare like today in America, my kids are like, okay, Santa Claus is gonna come, bring me this,
mhm.
I already let that. That didn't exist. And then you get sad if Santa don't come because give it where you ask for.
Yeah.
So that is it. I bring my Africanness in everything
Yeah.
I do. And like you talk when you see me online, melanin chocolate, I've been wearing a shirt called melanin. It's because
Mhm.
I love Black Africa. I
Mhm.
love the beauty of being African.
Mhm.
I don't care if they call it a poor country, Trump says something
Yep.
country, whatever it is. If you deny a mommy because say it poor, or because say a kerosene say ta mama, whether it poor or it
Mhm.
ugly.
Mhm.
Fit that na African we mommy.
Yeah.
If I cannot change it at the level of politics, guess what?
Mhm.
Somebody who listens to me has heard something about African proverb. They go, oh wow, those
Mhm.
people think differently in the way they
Yeah.
talk to their children.
Yeah.
That's the little I want to contribute when it comes to talk to me. My vision is tap me and say, hey, I saw this. And to be honest with you, when I do those shows, people contact me. I did one last time about this guy. Oh, you had him on your show as well.
Mm.
Star Daddy, real estate in Cameroon. People
Yeah.
have come me and say, can I get his number? I'm working in Cameroon. That gives me a lot of joy.
Yep.
Like, okay, something I'm contributing to the society. We're
Mhm.
helping people to grow. About finances, oh, I need a financial person. We understand African, they are suffer. I'm only for back home, make you look at my
Mhm.
account. I get that. It is great.
Wow.
So my vision is to make people to learn that Africa can be as that dark hole people they think say it is. There's some beauty in it.
Very
This
true.
whiskey they say, oh, it's bad. People they want bleacher. There's beauty in being
Beauty.
melanin. There's
Yeah.
beauty in being black. There's beauty in thinking African. That's my whole vision about Talk to Me Africa. So I think we'll talk about this collaboration right next. But let me go to Facebook. I want to thank all those who are watching right now. Wow. Wow. This comment is so good. He says that, trust me, it shall be the number one show. Massa Toridey. Hope say you the prepare price for regular attendees. So yes, yes. Prepare regular
Yep.
attendees, right? And he says that's Nakoko sent Monel Nakoko. He says Cape Town to the world.
Yep.
Absolutely. I got
Yep.
cast from by 7 years, from Form 1 to Form 5.
Wow.
That's opposite actually. So
Wow.
yep. So and I mean Nayu Sabi says, but every day we need for criticize, oh, not drive wheel.
Yeah. Nice that it give me wide headache when I do my show me one. Now one
We
of the
have
people they must challenge me, they must push me for
yeah.
really explain, they must push. And now
Mm-hmm.
and for me now the reason that will create the platform.
Yeah.
Now the reason that we
Opinions.
did
Yeah.
exist, yeah, make people then
Mm-hmm.
come more because growing up, if you imagine back in the days, we'll be seen as some specific people with CRTV,
Yeah.
and now then they push the narrative.
Mm-hmm. You don't
That is why
question it.
for you need to question anything. Now why that for so
Yeah,
many
I hear
years?
am for radio. Okay, then it's
Yeah,
final.
if I it's
It is
fine now.
final. Yeah.
You understand? But guess what? We realize that people they there for radio. I did not disrespect to them, but all the two now regular people we will be getting for question certain things the way they be talk.
Mm-hmm.
So we want just do one differently. We want just create. We just wanted to one get a platform where we go back and forth, but then we'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when we realize that whatever we said was not the right thing, we'll be honest too. Even if now you will watch, find time come out for comment section, can't say, oh, Toridey, you know the time to argue about with you that day, so
Mm-hmm.
you be correct. The
Yeah.
same way when I've realized it is so, I'll be talking to you in a trash. I come back and tell my audience, say, hey, when I remember the time I talk so, bro, I'll be really the talk the fool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So I
I've done the
understand
same
what
thing.
my brother they talk.
I've done the
Yep.
same thing because again, when I do music, for example, because for Talk to Me Africa, I do research. I have, like I do, I'll prep my audience, give them the questions, we can't discuss about, and I will get follow up questions. But when I'm doing music, I have somebody call me and say, play me this song. What's that? So I go, oh, it's from Namibia. Then I go, I
Mhm.
say, no, it wasn't from Tanzania. I have to come back and correct it. It's no, it's called reduction in broadcasting. You can
Wow.
in
Guys, now see, I be telling us I
redact.
learn no. I be don't learn about editorial and a reduction. My right hand down.
It's very normal to do it.
Yep.
So because again, nobody is perfect, and sometimes you people always say by the time we're airing this show, we had not had this
Yeah.
confirmation. You come
Yeah.
back and do, and that is normal in broadcasting. So will
Wow.
not expect me to really be perfect. Not expect say me Talk to Me Africa. Oh, by the way, Luis APS says, yeah, what's your show's name, my sister? It's called Talk
Yeah.
to Me Africa. Talk to Me Africa. You see it on my Facebook page. My Facebook page is My Bell Chocolate. So we'll not expect perfection, but we expect to be able to. For me, I want inform, I want educate, I
Yeah.
want teach.
Yeah.
If I entertain you, that's great. If I entertain you, then that's a plus for me. And then
Mm-hmm.
guess what? I learn a lot.
A lot.
I
Yep.
learn a lot on this platform. I'm hosting a show on healthcare. I don't know anything about mental health. I have to research it.
Yep.
I'm reading a book now. I think if you had it on your show, Dr. Takem, I have his book. I'm reading it. We have to
Yep.
dig into that book and all that stuff. I have a book I'm reading here on Liberian diplomacy because I have to make on my show. I don't know anything about it. I have to read it. This one too is a poem. This guy, I'm going to come to your show. I have to read the book so that I know
Wow.
how to talk to them. So I did learn a lot, read
Wow.
a lot. I had a show on Juneteenth last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Juneteenth, the Freedom Day for African Americans,
Mm-hmm.
slaves. I did not know about it, but I had to
Yep.
research, bring my guest, and then we'll talk.
Wow.
So I did learn a lot, open my mind to educating my own self about
Self.
different topics. Yeah.
Now,
So
thing I ever tell people, say, when I don't mind all the material, do, and so for me, now my biggest place for learn.
absolutely.
Yeah, number one place where when I'm very when you say Hasako, when you do the show, the way you listen, I say yeah,
You have to.
because I get for learn. Yep.
One thing we learn in broadcasting school is that a good interviewer listens more than they speak.
Speak.
So you get
Yeah.
to listen more than you talk. Let that person
Wow.
just talk, and then you listen, and then you're like, because there were questions like when I send person questions, say we're going to talk about this, say okay, fine, but when they can't start talk for the show, I say the things that you didn't even think about. Now you
Yeah.
have to have follow up questions, so you have to
Yeah.
listen attentively more than you're even speaking.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to jump into it right now. So if you just
Mhm.
listen to it, we want just to launch a collaboration between Toridey and Talk to Me Africa. And the big word will be sent for Nasakona editorial. So when we were thinking about collaborating, I said, how do we collaborate? What do we do? You know, it's not just like sitting and hosting a regular guest all the
Mhm.
time. Thought about something out of the box. You know, so I thought, okay, your show is good, very intelligent host. You have great guests. Let's talk about what they might have done during the week or what they might have done, but they didn't talk about it a lot. We'll look at the
Mhm.
media, specifically African things, if you don't mind. You know, because
Mhm.
at Toridey and I talk to me Africa, we'll look
Mhm.
at, you know, what has happened around us. And then we'll talk about that in detail. So I go really want to tell our listeners, say for the first one next Monday, we'll talk about graduation. A
Mhm.
lot of our children are graduating today, right? But where are they going after graduation? What are we asking them to go and study? You
Mhm.
know, what is paying? If your kid is going to high school, great time. Get a talk with them. You know, I don't know if you have kids. My son want to be want to be trash person. Maybe they're like
Wow.
3 years old. When you see that truck
Mhm.
man can carry dirty. Hey,
Yeah, it just be there.
be a trash. Yeah.
And
From then a firefighter. He want to be firefighter. So they wear that uniform. From then a policeman. Today he wants to be a sports analyst. He has his own YouTube show. It
yeah.
changes. You know,
You
so
you 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 just come over talk until we it made me I want add to what you talk.
mm,
Next week we'll talk about graduation. And then I realize see about 80% of people they graduate, especially for Cameroon, they
mm,
were not even prepared for graduation.
no, they
Yep.
were not
They
prepared.
finish graduate and then now when like that first month or 2 months, your parents not send you that money they be to send and they will be like, oh, I don't graduate, don't
Yeah,
work.
it
Then
don't bad because you
yep,
don't get any plan after
yep,
graduation.
yep.
Some of us go to college because say, I don't go to university,
All
the
man they
major
go.
apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
All
man they
man
go
they
now. The
go.
next step, the major apply.
Yep.
But there are some people who don't need university.
Yep. Very
You don't need
true.
university. You know, maybe
Yep.
you be that going, you be good at building stuff
Building
blank.
stuff,
Just go do vocational education.
education.
You know, so we hope say next week, whatever your profession is, call in, advice
Mm-hmm.
you picking them. Some of us when come to America, just take crash course for IT, 3 months, you're making six
Mm-hmm.
figures. You don't need that college.
That topic about graduation go worry
Yeah, you
because
don't need that.
it'll come to with the whole celebration we would get time for
Yeah,
diaspora. Yeah,
yeah,
when person the graduate make celebration for I'm a videographer and call me I'll charge them 2-3 thousand for but then you start ask yourself like was it really necessary
yeah.
spend 20-30 thousand
It's
for
a good
celebrate your
question.
graduate? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So now so now topic I think that we'll talk about next week and if possible we'll get people then call
yeah.
make
I
contribution.
was talking about this to one of my friends who is a QC, it's called quality control. People don't know about
Mm-hmm.
that in the Cameroon community. Like, what to be quality control? It pays
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You work in a pharmaceutical company and just review the quality of whatever is coming into the system and out of the system just so the FDA regulations are met before
Mm-hmm.
medications leave. But again, we know about pharmacy, okay, but in that manufacturing company, means you wear uniform, what do you carry
Mm-hmm.
it in the inside? Now, lie. There's QC work you can do. There's QA, quality assurance work you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Reviewing, making sure that all the regulations that the FDA put together, our pharmaceutical company, they are
Yeah.
good. So that's something that kids can also learn. You don't
Mm-hmm.
need to say, okay, as Omar they go do. No, I get the most respect for nurses in America because in
Mm-hmm.
Cameroon they crack a goosey. Go she know for them, madam. But in America they work. So I get
Never come on a die.
the
I say
Cameroon nurse then.
that part is don't come today. That,
Hello, Mola Mongombe. Thank you so much for joining. I was talking to Uncle Steen Nyoki. I said, I need to interview you and talk to me, Africa. You're doing great. So let's say,
Tata.
Mola Mongombe, thank you for being here.
Tata, shout out. By the way, since Mola don't present himself, we'll talk about Mola gets a new song with your drop
Yes,
man.
I have
I
it.
did
I have it on my
rock that
playlist. I
song
love it.
big time.
Yes, your person, Uncle Steen Nyoki, sent it to me.
Yep.
So I
I
love
did
it.
rock
Mola,
a
you're
big
doing great.
time.
We can even talk about
Uh
music. There's somebody who
we can
loves
talk about
music.
not only music, but one topic that I don't always want to address some culture because that
Culture
is
is.
one thing where now one challenge out to get them right. We
Yeah.
come from a place where we get way to the call and culture, and then
Mm-hmm,
some of we don't move kind of a place where they get
mm-hmm.
their own way they call and culture. Now the struggle between this culture and that
And that
culture.
culture,
And then they
absolutely.
lost them for year. They mostly they go with the culture for year. But then we the one struggle for protect and keep that our culture from back. They like it's
Absolutely.
now one other topic that I really want more discuss some when
Absolutely.
time go reach. Because we really
Coincidentally,
need
somebody asked me that the other day, actually on
wow.
Saturday, one of my classmates, who I go for some funeral, so we'll meet, he driving from New York. So he tell me, say, He just came America like 3 years ago. He said, so this culture thing, I see you on Talk to Me Africa. Ma ask you one small example. How you feel my tell begin say the culture of America different from the culture from Cameroon. He said, for example, begin with
Mm-hmm.
just come, daddy with left hand, you
Yeah.
know. But when you go for the corporate world, even though you don't correct it for how say, give me with your two hands. When you go for the
Mm-hmm.
corporate world, he will not do that. He go get
Yep.
with one hand and expect me to
Yep.
get the firm grease when he
Yep.
grab his salute. I tell
Yep.
you, say, that's a good question. It starts from the house.
Yep.
You know, they say that you are your children's first and most important teacher. You know, I say for me, my kids know that you cannot say yes, it's yes, mom,
Mm-hmm.
yes, dad. And then when they
Yeah.
see anybody who's an uncle, they can tell you an African, they just go Uncle Nasako. But if
Mm-hmm.
you are not African, they always ask, can I call you uncle? That's how
Mm-hmm.
they get to know the difference. Because if you call
Wow.
Igbo say uncle, you go say, I'm not your uncle. They are first of all
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
So my kids know the difference to say, okay, this is uncle. They don't even ask you because they know so you be
Mm-hmm.
African. And when
Mm-hmm.
they go to now to the other world, they're like, can I call you uncle? Because in my culture, you know, I'm supposed to call you uncle. So you can
Yep.
have them get that difference. So if for house, he give you with two hand. When you go for corporate world, you know, say that
Yep.
for house, he put them
Yep.
aside them, give you the firm
Yep.
grip. You
Yep.
have to instill it in them. Culture is broad, it is
Yep.
important.
It's very
I had a show
important.
on Country Talk, if on Talk
Mm-hmm.
to Me Africa. We
Mm-hmm.
lost Country Talk. I can't speak mine. And they were kind of saying, I cannot even know, you cannot even speak English. Why am
Yep.
I to say that to you when I cannot even speak
Yep.
pidgin?
Yep. Yep. I think we'll get a lot for talk on this
It
show.
would be great.
On it. Yeah, it will really be fine. Especially because you day. And we'll talk. Like it will be in a full blown production. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll talk with images.
yeah.
Don't mind me. I mean that when we talk with images and all of that, sometimes will probably maybe pull a video, and then we'll develop the conversation from maybe that video. So many
Mm.
things that happen for diaspora. Many
A
things happen for
lot,
that. I think
a lot.
yesterday I was with this weekend, certainly yesterday, the whole weekend I be there with some American actor,
Mm-hmm.
very huge. I don't know if you know the movie Joanna Man.
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's a popular movie. However, it did for the series now for Netflix, the family business.
I know
Um,
the family business very well. Yeah, on Netflix. I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
the
that's how
guys,
I
one
should
of
know
the
the
guy that
actor.
with the Miguel, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it be we do with the whole weekend, and I hear the way we talk about going to Africa,
Mm-hmm.
and you see some person you already do research,
Yeah,
you already know certain things. Them,
yeah,
he knows okay when I do my African brothers, and I so they do now. So like you see some person he talk, you realize he gets so much information. And
yeah.
while we're having these conversations, I dey ask myself, say, if I be really get for teach some person
Mm-hmm.
where he grow all life for year, we
Mm-hmm.
don't go Africa. If I be really get for guide,
Take
I
me.
should start going to give you the right information.
Yeah,
Am I really sure I even know about our culture?
yeah.
If I want telling me go for my village, is can I even know? So I'll tell you, say, okay, maybe so they decide. Because some who will not even know,
No.
will not even know some of these things. Them.
I had a senator on my show, African
Mm-hmm.
American from Maryland, right? I
Mm-hmm.
saw a video of him online when he was being inaugurated or installed, whatever that word is. Iwe
Mm-hmm.
Agbada, because he papa being a Nigerian,
Yeah.
me being a white American. So he tell
Mm-hmm.
me, say, when he be one wear that Agbada, they say, no, this is official. Nigerians told him that. No, it's
Mm-hmm.
official. You have to wear a suit. He's
You
like, no,
so
no, wear
yeah,
this
it's
because
a,
I feel like it. So he was shocked that we don't
yeah,
want to wear our own thing.
yeah,
Well, I went to work there with my hair tie my hair.
yeah, yeah.
Seriously, I feel comfortable doing
It
that.
like how I'll bring the one up. The Palava married, right?
Mm-hmm.
White wedding, traditional wedding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mabba Milike
That would be a
brothers,
topic.
Tiam. They are cutting that thing off. They are like, no, we if you repeat. By the way, I did not tell you allowed. No one spend that money. They say,
The
oh, no
difference
one
is that
spend
you
money.
wear a white dress. That's the
Then
only difference.
some
Because you
people,
get pastor, you get ready for the same thing. So
yep,
that's the difference. You wear
yep.
white
And if you
dress.
go look at even the thing the way they talk, the vows and everything, now almost the same.
Yeah,
Now almost the same.
yeah,
So why are we repeating now?
yeah,
So many topics in the way we'll discuss and we
yeah.
by the way, Mola Mongomede for you, ma talk am again. Available any site for America where we can perform.
Yeah.
I feel like we never exploit Mola enough.
No,
I feel
we
like we never
haven't.
promote Mola enough because Mola gets some level for talent. We
Yes. Joku jazz.
yep, Njoku Jazz. It cuts across. like what people go enjoy am very well, but now one of that now that rare gem they will need to find a way push them across our community. And now the chance when I get something that happen for an event for
I
a
invite Mola
club
Mongombe, please.
oh god, I say event
See,
for our
it's
place.
sad.
Yeah,
Amola Mongombe, I subscribe for your channel, but I'm still shocked at how many you have for subscription. And I look at how many people views all they get at the Vex.
yeah.
Flavor released a song 2 days ago, Her Majesty.
Mm-hmm.
That song inside less than 24 hours gave more than 1 million views. I was like, okay, what did it happen for we?
Yeah.
Why can't we do that? If every Cameroonian where you watch Mola Mongombe just clicks, if every Bakweri person for inside the America
Yep.
just
Yep.
click subscribe, then watch,
Yep. And then
we
share.
will go places. Because if you look inside Nigeria, Igbo and Yoruba are in today.
Yep.
They are doing so great in what they're doing. So we need to support our own. This is
Yep.
very important.
Important.
Luis APS say, my dear country, talk don't loss. Yeah, it don't loss, my brother. It don't loss. Mola Mongobe say, yeah, I was with him yesterday and he was asking me a lot of questions about African
Yep.
nation. Actually, that actor
That
you're talking about
actor, yeah. Trust me, we really need but we play that Mola songs more.
Absolutely, please. I
Yeah.
get it on my phone. Where
Yeah.
I don't play for my show a couple of times. Just say I do videos for my show and I cannot repeat the same videos all the time. Mola Mongombe. Oh, we na sawa na they say dance na they say.
Hey, and then Mola gets away with the dance. Like it just move his skin as small.
That's small. Mola Mongombe, we thank you.
Oh Lord.
He says I'm dancing. Yes, please dance, Mola. Dance.
Mama, this guy is talented.
It is. I was supposed to interview a couple of years ago, but network worry Mola knows you were in Cameroon.
I want the music transition from the play dinner to that place. I know when
you shake.
Yeah. Hey.
That's one thing I said. I don't even watch my show on gospel music in Cameroon.
Hey, yeah.
Listen, I'm 2 or 3 times you go like
that. Yeah. Ah, God. No.
The video dropped this weekend. Yes, Mola. The video dropped this weekend. Thank you.
Is the video they dropped the weekend?
It dropped this weekend.
Wow,
yes,
that's wonderful.
You, and Mola Mongembe, they say you are the Manu Dibango of our time.
Of our times. No, Mola gets some talent. Now one other thing I will always do for this show, because I feel say what people never really understand, they need education. We need for the continue to tell them how to support people like Mola.
Yeah.
You know the funny thing way they exist to our community. Think about any man for the America. I feel bet you on one Cameroonian and they will know. He know that man. Like they didn't really know he close.
Yeah.
If he don't know he close, he know some person where they really close to that man. So now when we go start take our people, they introduce them for all these big people them.
I tell you something. Bianca is my daughter. Bianca will go from the same place. Baby that child is so humble. Baby sat my kids for me. When he do his first song, it was gospel for a small church from Minnesota. I kept saying, Bianca, you have 10 views. Bianca, you have 20 views. See, today people are saying that, oh, Bianca did it. No, no play where it starts.
Yeah, you don't know play start.
Community was behind her, but thank God Sony Music pick it up.
Yeah.
If we had not been supporting her, Bianca was sing for small organization. When she did her first EP release before she became Bianca, was her MC. Bianca do a small song, then dance. I was the first to interview her on my radio show.
Wow.
Bianca be the shake. Until I'm on the radio, I said, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Let's look at Bianca today. People are like, oh, Nakamia, I don't blow. Bianca had her own struggles.
Yeah.
When music video, after The Voice, she went back home. It was a struggle. She couldn't even get a job for herself, but she kept the music passion going.
Yep.
And it is behind and the community. So if we stand behind Momongombe today, he can't do it. Last weekend, my show was on music in Cameroon, music industry in Cameroon. Those artists so far.
Yep.
I had 2 guests to talk about music industry in Cameroon. Mola, it is a struggle. I got to learn a lot about it.
Yep.
A lot. Yep. So we need to support our own. We need to do it.
Yep. We definitely give for do. How for support? I never tell people it starts with different category. They identify a category and stay for your category.
Stay for
No
your lane.
yeah, no identify a category and then one kind of other
Inside
people that category.
Jumjo.
People
Mm.
then they way their own have a comment,
Yeah.
their own have a like and other one.
Comment
We know
section
that one
today.
them.
And it's
People
important too,
then
yeah.
it's important, very, very
Uh-huh.
important. So they will
Yeah.
play them perfectly. People then
Yeah.
they their own have a share and all of that. People then they
Mm-hmm.
their own money.
Mm-hmm.
People then they their money. People then they their own connection.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about it. It say there yesterday with Miguel. I should say
Mm-hmm.
that my brother G Money introduced you for Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand? If you imagine say that G Money actually the come here after we get the interview, we get on Miguel. He tell me say, hey, I remember some people go chop fish. He say yes. He say go like me take that guy go for that place. Inside my head, I'm like, you can't really take the kind of baby man with that place. And then I just remember say that is how we introduce our community to the world.
That's the
Guess
culture.
what? We come out go for the level 7. That guy that chop fish for the all then they enjoy the fish.
Yeah.
Like you see how he interact with the people, them he come up with the all man the holla say, whoa. Now so the guy the easy, now so the guy the
Yeah.
simple, now so the
Yeah. You
now
know why? Because they crave their identity.
yep,
Let me
yep,
say this publicly. Africans love your Africanness.
yep,
People are craving it.
yep,
People want to be African, I tell
yep,
you. Why man they go tan for get small dark
yep,
skin?
yep, yep,
Love your Africanness. I don't care if they say, oh, you
yep.
poor, you chop for leaf and all that. That is who you are. People want to
Makes
just
you
call
unique.
themselves Cameroonian, Nigerian, Liberian.
Yep,
They don't have that. They
yep.
moved from Negroes, they moved to Afro-Americans, African-American,
Mm-hmm.
and all that. People are craving that identity.
Yep.
So hold on to your own. I
On
love my
yep.
Africanness, I tell you. I love it to my core.
Boss. So this show we do now how many minutes? 40 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes.
So we'll look at 1 hour depending on the let's say, okay, I always tell people I'm looking at 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I always do. So I think say today we fit up on any time. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, thank you not so much. Edith Danielle say the dance. Thank you. I'm dancing to that Mola Mongombe song.
More
So
song.
again, an announcement is that we're starting a collaboration between my show, Talk to Me Africa, and Toridey. We'll have these shows on Mondays. It will be 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time. On this show, we shall talk about events that have happened during the week or what is hot in the African community. And then we'll open the lines, make una call in, give we advice, and give una opinion. The very first one for next week will be about graduation. A lot of our children are graduating, but what are they getting themselves into? Especially those going into high school. It's a good time for us to talk to them. If you are a doctor, if you are a nurse, if you are a plumber, if you are a technician, if you are just a talk show and influence, I don't even know what they do. But again, some kids are so skilled in certain things. Just call us on that show on Monday and then talk to these children and say, hey, I do this, and this is how it's working for me. People who have come to America, didn't go to school, get other student loan, took some IT program, they're making good money. Talk to us how you did it. So our kids too. I have a kid in Minnesota. I know this kid who no one go for college. Mommy, hala. He say he go college. They begin take Scrum Master class, making now 90,000 just for the very first year.
Yeah.
After 3 years, you get the experience before you know you're making 120,000. He didn't go to college. So sometimes just encourage your children, to do what they like. But again, what they like should be able to bring money to them.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll talk about graduation. What are the top 10 paying professions in America? How can our kids become? And then we'll like some of them. I'll say, okay, I'd like to mentor some children. We want to inspire the community on Toridey and Talk to Me Africa. Please, so call us. We'll get number for screen next Monday to talk about this graduation. If you've graduated, call us and tell us what you graduated in. So that say, we'll learn from you as well.
We really need for even get some people to explain for you why. Because you see graduation, some man did work, go picky, whatever thing they give and that day. And there's other person to go on today. It's been a total display. You see the dance, and you see, I'm like, okay. Now, I think it could be a very interesting topic. It could be because for me, now the thing now the question I always ask myself, some people in they want to wear out robe. Is it wrong? Is it right? 1 year from them, 1 year from you. If you be judged do one because say, okay, so man be there, I get person we actually go school to the graduate way. Now because some man be there, say, oh, I be this. You say, okay, if that's the case, me too, I could do that same thing.
And how you benefit after that?
How you benefit after that? You understand? Was it just that okay, I don't do them, or he actually take advantage for which we don't acquire them, and then that topic will really be interesting. Like we said, every Monday, 6 p.m. CST, 7 p.m. EST, I don't know if the other STD, but that two then be enough for now.
3 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay. That's that two then be enough for now.
Yeah, it'll be
And
great. It'll be great.
boss,
Thank you so much. I love this comment from Luis Epia. He says, my Nigerian friend brought Bob Manuel to my restaurant, wow, to eat fish before COVID. Unfortunately, COVID shut us down. Oh, for real? Are you back up? Tell us, some more advertise your restaurants more. If COVID shut you
man,
down,
topic
you,
they
you
plenty
come back
will
on?
discuss some
Yeah,
business,
yeah.
especially
Business. Even to start business in America.
yep,
People
owning
are
a
starting,
business in
yeah,
America.
owning a
Not only
business in
start, but
America.
the advantages of having a business in,
Even
saying that
non-profit. Yeah.
saying that COVID actually can open people that eye about business. Yeah,
Yeah.
people don't use business for write off so many things and for their tax,
Mm-hmm.
for get refunds for their job and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
COVID come with PPP loans and all of that. In as much as I need to advise people for, but PPP loans can actually help people stand for. Now
Mm-hmm.
almost all man get business registered.
Yeah.
Almost all.
Yeah, I know a guy who has two IT jobs, plenty money. He said, I start business, just get LLC,
Yep.
do one for
Yep.
your tax. So all those
Yep.
advise them. There's this guy you had on your show who talks about taxes. It's a tax code is there
Charge
for you. That would
enjoyer.
be great information.
Yep.
I love his
Yep.
videos. I love his
Yep.
shows.
Yep.
So that kind of person can advise you how to use a tax code in America
Yep.
to your own benefit.
A
Then you
benefit.
call, ask questions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, so the show will be this particular collaboration with my sister. It's going to be more informative, especially because, like we talk, me, I don't always want to be me now for background. So me, I'll do more of the video work, production, and all of that, and then maybe actually really ask you questions. Now you go really the host time. Now you go to coordinate the conversation, and but I know for sure it will be a blessing for our community. So for those who they watch right now, don't forget to tell others. Don't forget to tell other people. Start putting one time for your calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Start set your alarm 6 p.m. CST, 7 p.m. EST. That other
Mm-hmm.
ST them will figure out later and then we'll communicate.
This
We'll
was a
communicate.
teaser. Well,
Yeah.
Luis APSA a restaurant. Okay, so you're just doing a catering services in Houston, Texas
Mm.
called Sweet Fingers Cuisine LLC. Sweet
I tell you
Fingers
here
Cuisine.
about
That's
sweet fingers.
mm,
I think I don't. And by the way, Luis Epi, I'll be Houston. I think next week. I believe will be the week, but I not plan. I fine. I'll be Houston. I think next week. So if we there, I'll like more meet up. I like will really meet up with them when I travel. So
absolutely. I do
yeah.
too. Yeah, it's great. That's how I get to people just talk to them, and then before you know, you're already having a guest on your show. So
Mm-hmm.
that's it for today. It's going to be an awesome show, says Obeno Willie Bro. Thank you.
Obeno
And
really bro.
Danielle says calendar
Ah,
confirmed. Sister, you know what?
Obeno.
Thank you. I always see you always popping on my own shows as well. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. That's all we need. That is all we need. Thank you.
Oben began so event yesterday. I began for show up on Saturday. I tired so to win. Well, I don't burn my skin under the. Okay, you did in Minnesota.
Right now, they Boston.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the Boston to the cold.
It is cold. No, no,
Yeah,
not compared to Minnesota. Minnesota is cold there.
but at least Boston not bad, right?
No, no,
No,
it's
no,
not as
no.
cold as Minnesota. Even though I'm
No,
like, you guys haven't been to Minnesota, it's not as cold as yeah.
Texas hit the one loss for life. Like you come
I
on
know.
inside house, you run around for enter motor.
Yeah. So my
Come
friend
on
say
inside.
trash can be bent over Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But Oben, I'll call you for background. We'll talk about them. Boss, any other thing don't need for talk? I don't know.
Nope.
One
So
more
when you
time.
go for
One
Houston,
more
please go sample a Pierre Louis a fish and soya,
business.
please. Yeah, say if it's good sample fish and soya. So that'll be great.
Okay,
Support you.
for one last time, if you just tell them what we are trying to do.
So we're doing a collaboration between Talk to Me Africa, my talk show, and Toridey Nasakoi talk show. We want to bring information in more detail to our community. We'll be doing this every Monday from 6 p.m. Central Time and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're on Pacific Time, it will be 3 p.m. Pacific Time. And the aim will be to bring detailed discussion about certain topics. So our first will be next Monday on graduation. People don't graduate from first grade all the way to university, even masters, PhDs. What do you graduate in? If you're going to high school, thinking about college, wait to think, say, if you study, so that's mean you make money. We want to avoid plenty student loan. Let's teach these kids. At my church, the other day, some kid graduate food. They were celebrating graduate. This kid graduate with carpentry. I go talk for you. I say,
Wow.
what was that? He said carpentry. I say, wow. I said, so you can build my cabinet. He said, yes.
Yep.
This kid is a teenager. So
Yeah.
sometimes our kids don't need college. Student loan over plenty. If you're professional, call in, talk, say, I do this, I do that. I think it'll be good for students. So we can also listen. If you are a graduate, call in more, clap for you, say, yes, you
Yeah.
did it. So every Monday, Toridey and Talk to Me Africa will collaborate to talk about events in our community. Let's stay positive, people.
Woo. Boss, thank you very, very much again. I think say we'll talk again for background
Yes.
before we
Thank you,
see that
Louis, following
Friday
Talk to
night.
Me Africa. It's Mabel Chocolates on Facebook.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But on our follow you, trust me, this woman is doing wonderful. And the good thing I say, he already get the track record. And trust me, she'll be here for the next 200 years. That
Absolutely.
it can for ye, it did like me. It comes from that passionate place, and it just gives us joy to
Mm-hmm.
sit and just talk and just do research and come and talk about
A
this
lot
thing.
of research. I
Yeah,
mean, I
yeah,
did read. I never did research before. Look, I'm reading all these books. I have guests coming to my
yeah.
show.
Yeah. So every person you watch right now, every person you go watch later, make sure you go follow her on all social media platforms. Mabel Chocolates. I go write
Absolutely.
Mabel Apple Y.
I
If
see
you
how you
if
delete
you
that. I don't really see.
no
I
see
see that why before
if
you delete that. I'm
you
like,
no see luckily I don't have it correct. I want to say thank God. Oh God. Mama, thank
but
you
this will be
very
great again. Thank you
yep.
so much, people. Mondays, every Monday. May God keep us healthy and alive. Every Monday. Well, after this last Monday, I lost my voice. So thank you,
Mhm.
God, my voice is back. So every Monday, mark your calendar like it did, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Talk to Me Africa and Toridey Collaboration Community. We're here to inspire, educate, inform, and hopefully entertain you.
Guys, thank you very, very much for today. Like she said, we were supposed to start last week on Monday, but then she was sick. This woman they put in so many hours. This woman they invest a lot for help our community. I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely blessed. Me personally, for even get to create time for one can do this with us. So we get to take advantage and not only take advantage for ourselves, but help other community members to know about the show. Not only know about the show, know about her platform also. At the bet soon I say when I go follow her platform, and I will be amazed as what she's been doing for so long. Maybe now we start time. Thank you again. Thank you again. I think we'll just see you next week. We'll already talk the time. Or now I'm repeat again. Must see what I'm repeat. 6 p.m. CST, 7 p.m. EST.